Hi, friends. Welcome back to Life in Lockdown, Singing for Solidarity. I took a 2-day hiatus this past weekend. I was studying an online yoga nidra training, and it was really good. It was really hard because I had to stay still basically for like 2 days, and it was like beautiful outside, and I was inside, which was challenging. Atticus, stop! I will take your doo-doo away. But it was nice to have a little pause. But I missed you, and I'm happy to be back here singing. I've got a few more concerts to go. I was originally going to go through the 16th for 30 days, but since I took 2 days off, I will now sing through the 18th. So I've got 6 more concerts to go. I'm going to sing migration songs today. I'm really glad that Belgium is slowly reopening its asylum program. If I can be included, since I guess I am here in Belgium. But it's still not, what it could be. So I'm going to start with this song that I wrote with asylum seekers from Gaza. We are all human. We all have the same blood. We are tired from war. We want to live in peace. It doesn't matter who you are. You are human. There was a beautiful time long ago when we lived in peace together. Now we've lost everything. Palestine and Israel. Politics make us miserable. We are all human. We all have the same blood. We are tired from war. We want to live in peace. It doesn't matter who you are. You are human. Each year they'd give us a short peacetime. Then war came back again. There was no fighting for 1 month, maybe 2. Then rockets fly every time. We are all human. We all have the same blood. We are tired from war. We want to live in peace. It doesn't matter who you are. You are human. We have no means to live in Gaza. We come to Belgium to live a new life. I brought my family here to make a new start. I want my son to grow up without hate in his heart. Salam, shalom, salam, shalom. We are all human. We all have the same blood. We are tired from war. We want to live in peace. It doesn't matter who you are. You are human. We are human. We are all human, except for the spider that joined the concert on Friday. But I guess I include in that, like, we're all beings, and just by virtue of existing, we have a right to live in peace, to not be othered, to not have our freedoms restricted because of, all those things, the color of our skin, or religion, or politics. I can't believe that it's 2020 and that's like still a thing. Looks like my parents have tuned in from stormy Boston. Gale force winds. What is going on? Well, and Sarah and family from sunny and windy Brussels. It's still sunny here. It was kind of overcast this morning and cooler, but the sun has come out, which is really nice. We're still in lockdown. It is, we're going on, this is like week 5 now, I think, that we're in lockdown. And to varying degrees, people are mostly, I thought, were respecting the lockdown, but it sounds like over the weekend, people kind of forgot that we were in lockdown because the sun came out, and in Brussels, that's like a big thing. So like really, probably everyone's like a little bit delirious at this point because the sun's been out for like a month, and they're all like, what? Woohoo! Let's go outside. It's like an overdose of vitamin D, right? It's like you just don't know what to do with it. Atticus, my husky, is like pretty excited that the concerts have resumed. A little more excited than I want to describe. So that was a pretty intense song to start out with, and certainly, I play these concerts not just as a distraction, but also to go deeper in to the kind of universals that shape us as a species, and shaping individual human lives, but also kind of that cross borders. And so some of the songs that I play are a little intense, and some are a little bit lighter. That was one of the songs that I've written with my friends and co-volunteer Sarah Reeder Harris at a refugee center here in Brussels. We've spent 3 years working together. She's worked far longer as a volunteer, but we've had 3 beautiful years together writing poetry and music from asylum seeker stories, and that was one of them. I'll play a lighter one. That is one that I really love. It's short and it's sweet. It's about the idea of being somewhere in between, which is something that I can kind of understand, being a foreigner. I'm not from Belgium. I do speak French, but there's a lot that just kind of, I know that what they're saying kind of makes sense, but I don't quite get, what they're saying. So it's like I'm somewhere in between understanding and belonging. It's kind of the story of my life as a wandering person. Always got like one foot out the door because I know that I'll be going somewhere else. My lovely, where is the time we used to meet? My lovely, I am somewhere in between. My lovely, will you meet me on the moon? My lovely, I need to see you soon. My lovely, will you meet me in the sky? My lovely, we will have to learn to fly. Habibi, Sanaltaki fia kamai. Habibi, Habibi, atajlikia. Habibi, Habibi, ana anta, anta ana. Habibi, Habibi, ana bain kabli. Habibi, Habibi, bahebek siwa antam umri. That's so helpful, Atticus. Thank you. He's trying to strum with his teeth. Isn't that great? Don't you wish that you had a husky that was shedding like it's going out of style, also trying to eat your hand while you play? Life is so good. Yes, we'll go out soon, but not just yet. We walked like 3 miles this morning, and he ran with his doggy friends from a safe social distance. Atticus, no! I'm gonna use my alpha voice. Get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna play a jazzy one. Show that I have authority. It's called The Hand That Hurts Can Also Heal. Enough with all the hate, away with all the prejudice. It's time for a change, but how? We've been living upside down. The choice is in our hands. We can turn the world around, but how? I want to feed the birds, see the world anew, put our differences aside, try another point of view with you. How can I know that you are real? How can I feel what you feel? Can I take you by the hand? The hand that hurts can also heal. Picture an abandoned child in a corner all alone. It's dark and it's cold. There's no way home. Put your arms around me. Take me from this hopeless place. Are you a stranger or someone else? Come and find me. You could be my light and hope. Are you a stranger or merely my own self? Atticus is like, I'll come and find you. Your breath will find me. How can I know that you are real? How can I feel what you feel? How can I know that you are real? How can I feel what you feel? The hand that hurts can also heal. Can also heal. So we wrote that when they put up these huge stickers at the center to keep people from feeding the pigeons. And we were like, well, you know, maybe it's like that the pigeon shouldn't bite the hand that's feeding it. And then we came up with, we had this whole dialogue with several, there are people visiting, friends visiting. There was a former resident who's a friend now who came back to visit. And so we had this whole dialogue, like, how do you how can you try to empathize with another person who you may have never met or who's different from you or that you've been taught to fear? And one way is to really just kind of imagine the hardships that they may have experienced. And so we came up with this idea like, you know, picture an abandoned child in a corner all alone. It's dark and it's cold and there's no way home. And that abandoned child actually could also be your own self. So not only to empathize with others, but also to have, to do that self work of learning to honor your own being on your own path. Come and find me. Are you a stranger? Or maybe you're my own self. Like maybe I can lift myself out of this darkness. I can honor that inner voice. Um, you know, and during this like time in lockdown, maybe that means practicing some self-care and just sitting and listening. Like, what is my body telling me? Just slowing down a little bit. In the West, at least, I'm from the United States, and there's this culture of like, well, if you're feeling crummy, buy something, watch something, anything that you can do to avoid going to that place of discomfort. And then, as the West has met the East with, at least for me and many other people beginning to study, meditation, Buddhism, yoga, kind of realizing that, actually going to that place of discomfort will help you to move past it because it doesn't actually go away. You can like tamper down difficult emotions and experiences, but they tend to like burst out in ways that you don't necessarily expect because they're just going to come out. And so for me, it's also a reason to write these songs. I found when I was studying this idea of sustainability as a doctoral student that actually to really model this idea of creating a sustainable planet, I needed to embody that idea in my own life. And so, for me, singing, creating, writing music, doing things that help me to process that difficult stuff, to go into that uncomfortable place and get out in a more positive kind of frame of mind and being. That those are the practices that will actually heal the world. Heal the world. I'm not going to do Michael Jackson today, but I am going to sing. I'm going to sing some more migration songs. This is a song that I cannot tell you what it's about, except that it's about love. And we wrote it with an asylum seeker from Syria. It's called The Domes of Damascus. I love you, dear. I love you with your head held high, like the domes of Damascus, like the minaret of Egypt, like the desert of Algeria. Habak, Habibi, I love you. Habak, Habibi, I love you. It's really short, so I'm going to sing through it again one more time. A little faster. I love you, dear. I love you with your head held high, like the domes of Damascus. Whoops. Like the minaret of Egypt, like the desert of Algeria. Habak, Habibi, I love you. Habak, Habibi, I love you. I do. I love you wherever you are in the world. It's part of why I'm singing, because I think that the world needs more love, and I think that music can be a really universal way to share that emotion, and that it can bring that out. It can help people, I think, connect with that emotion that's there, but it can get hidden by layers of fear and dictates that people have learned from parents, family, leaders, politicians, religion. But music can, in this really poignant and really intense way, just it can just shunk, go right in and um, find that emotion and just lift it up, so you just feel your heart opening. And especially songs that are about stories from real people. For me, that's a way to kind of get at that love and also shift the feeling of fear of the other to one of empathy. So I'm going to play a song called Remember Rose, it's another intense one. Some of these songs are pretty intense, and it's one about a little girl who was killed by bombing in Syria. And the chorus goes, Ana al-Shahidat, Ana al-Shahid, Ana al-Shahid, Ana. And so it's Shahid means martyr. And I can't remember, one, Ana al-Shahidat is either feminine or masculine, and then Shahid, and then it ends with Ana, I am. So music is a way also to remember a person and honor them. You write a story from a person's song, it's like they exist forever in song. Ana al-Shahidat, Ana al-Shahid, Ana al-Shahid, Ana. Remember Rose, she's 9 years old. She never lived to tell you this. Remember Rose, she's 9 years old, killed by the bombs in Sarakim. Ana al-Shahidat, Ana al-Shahid, Ana al-Shahid, Ana. Come back, whatever you are, Muslim, Christian, everything you are. If you broke your promise 100 times, come back, I will be here. Ana al-Shahidat, Ana al-Shahid, Ana al-Shahid, Ana. Bazai, come back. Bazai, come back. Bazai, come back. Ana. So that's Remember Rose. And we wrote it, the story of Rose is from a Syrian asylum seeker. And so Ana al-Shahidat, that's Arabic. And then we also had with us an Afghanistani asylum seeker, and he shared the line about coming back. Bazai, bazai means come back in Dari. And it's like there's a different word that you would probably use if we were just having a dialogue. I don't speak Arabic or Dari, but this is what I've learned just from talking with asylum seekers who speak these languages. That if we were having a dialogue between the two of us, we probably would use a more current word. Baza or bazai is more like a word that would be used in lyrical poetry, and it's like an older word. I've always felt like an old soul anyway, so I thought we would stick with bazai to remember Rose. Who's a young person, so there's kind of an interesting, I guess, juxtaposition there. So I'm going to end with a song that's a bit longer. It's one that I particularly love and that I think is just so important right now with borders closed and travel restrictions and migration bans and fear running rampant. Misinformation running rampant. My mom shared this like link with me about a pastor in Florida who was like, Jews will get the virus more than Christians because how they treated Jesus, which is like, to me it's like, okay, I'm Jewish, but also like, I mean, it's just so ridiculous that it's like laughable. And also like, I was talking with my sibling about this and they were like, well, actually, like Jews were persecuted in times of plague because they didn't get sick, because so many of the traditions in Judaism are around like hygienic practices. So anyway, I mean, just gonna laugh at that one because otherwise I'll cry, and play this song about opening borders and living in peace without weapons from an asylum seeker from Burundi, and also from Senegal and Afghanistan. People joined us after we'd kind of written the frame, the foundation of the song. So there's words towards the end in Wolof and French and Dari. You may remember or you may recognize the first line, made popular by a cartoon lion. Hakuna Matata, tushikane mikono, tutafika salama, nabila sila, nabila sila. If we open the borders, where would everybody go? Like a bird, no pain, no visa, just the power of our wings and our hearts to decide. Hakuna Matata, tushikane mikono, tutafika salama, nabila sila, nabila sila. If we open the borders, where would you go? Would you choose one place or migrate? I would build a new life in Belgium. Hakuna Matata, tushikane mikono, tutafika salama, nabila sila, nabila sila. even a bird can be hunted. There's danger in the sky. Petit à petit, pole, pole, give us the freedom to decide, hand in hand. Man dans la main, on paix, on arrive. In peace we land, peace is our land. Don't worry. Place your hand in mine. We will arrive safely without violence. We will arrive. Zindagi aram dashta bashim. Relax, live for all time. Africa la jugi de nu. Tek finu, jugi de fune. Si tu savais à quel point tu me manques, combien je pense à toi. I come from Africa and I find the whole world. Nabila Sila, Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, friends. And of course, I know that that's probably not possible, but maybe for just those few minutes, you could listen and feel a little less worry. And if so, then that is just a beautiful thing. And I am honored to have tried to create a little spaciousness, a little uplifting of spirit for all of us in this time. I'll keep singing to you. I've got now, I think, five more concerts to go, and a few songs that I have yet to learn that have been requested. So you still have time if you want to send a request. Yes, and Sarah says, "Rest in peace, buddy." So, we recently published a book of our migration songs. It's called On the Move: Poems and Songs of Migration, and this is, we try to keep it anonymous just to protect the identity, of people. So many people are fleeing persecution and political, religious, but unfortunately, the person we wrote the song with, he went back to Burundi and he passed away. So we have his name in there on that page. And if you are just tuning in, hi Tim, it's so fun to see your name right there. Sorry to join late. That's all good, because you can catch all of these concerts. They're all saved in a playlist that I created on my YouTube channel, which is public, so I think it should be accessible, but let me know if you have trouble finding it. It's just called Life in Lockdown, Singing for Solidarity. And so there's a bunch of concerts there you can catch up on. And if you have little kids, I am going to play a kids concert. One of these is going to be kids songs. I've got several that I've written and also just several favorites. I just need to brush up on them, and then I will sing them for you. So one quick hello to our supersized US American cat and the husky who's finally sleeping. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hugs from a safe social distance. Stay well. I love you all. Namaste.